Hey guys, welcome back, and this is our video explaining how to properly remove a game port and replace it using a donor board. Obviously, I have a donor board here as I'm showing you, and you can see that this board has already had parts taken off, the triggers and etc. This board, it's good and all, but the port itself is very bent out of shape. You can't see it in here, but internally it is. It will not read games. So we are going to go in depth on how to replace this guy. So we're going to take our bad board first, put some flux on those corner little pieces right there, as you can see. Next we want to get our chiseled soldering tip. This chiseled tip is especially important because it heats up a wide area and it is good at prying things up. We also want to make sure we use a soldering wick. As you can see, this brown wire here that is capturing our solder. Without it, we can't do our job. We also want to make sure we cut off any excess soldering wick because otherwise it's just not going to do anything. It's not going to suck up that solder, and obviously we need to suck up that solder. And as you can see here, I am working on prying on these corners. It's just fairly easy, but it can be a little bit challenging. You want to make sure you pry them carefully up. So as you can see, I'm using my finger pulling up this corner tab here, using the soldering iron to pull it up. You want to make sure you're careful. It'll make a clicking sound kind of when you pull it up, but you don't want to pull too hard or else you could hurt these pins. So now that we're working on these pins, we want to make sure we suck up the excess solder here, because obviously we can't fix the pins with this excess solder. So we want to keep soaking up the solder and carefully and gently. And then here comes the fun part. We're going to shimmy up this board. Shimmy up this game port and by the one side and go in slowly. We want to make sure we're gentle and slow, or else we can't get very far and we'll end up pulling out these pins rather than saving these pins, because obviously we want to use this port for our other board. We don't want to just destroy it. And I'm using the tip of this soldering iron. As you can see here, I'm using the chisel tip, which makes it so much easier. I'm just slowly pushing as I heat it up and slowly shimmying it. And you want to shimmy from one side, I find that easier. But also a big thing to note here is that it's okay if these pins get bent. If they get bent and get all wacky, we're going to fix it later. That's okay. But we just need to make sure they're off and we don't destroy them at all. When you get towards the end of this though, do be careful and just use your soldering tip to push off these pins, because it does get quite tight there. Okay, now we're going to fix the damage we just caused. We're going to get a dental pick, and we're going to bend each of these little itty bitty pins back. We're going to make them flat, straight, normal, and just not this bizarre and crazy right now. It's okay if they're not perfect, but a big thing here is we do not want these little wires to cross one another, because that is not good. It would not work right with that. So we want to be careful with that and make sure we're doing our best to keep them straight. Now that what we're going to do is we're going to get our actual board where we want the new port on. And you can see I'm putting this magical tape on. This magical tape, I'm putting it over the connector for the touchscreen. Mostly because I don't want the flux in the connector, but also the connector is plastic and that special tape there will absorb heat. So it's quite helpful and I highly recommend it for these kind of repairs. It's not necessary, but I highly recommend it regardless. It just saves you time later on. So we're just repeating this process again, attacking these anchor points, making sure they cease to exist, and we're going to slowly pry up again. And I mean slowly. I know this is sped up, but we still want to make sure that we are careful when we are doing this, because we could cause damage. And actually later on, I do cause damage to the board, and you'll see that in a second here. So I am working very hard on pulling these off, and we're gonna, and again, we're gonna just use our fingers and use the wick and use every tool at our disposal to slowly pry up this board, just like that. And as you can see, we're pulling it off. And now this might seem wrong, but I just straight up rip it off the board, because honestly, I don't care about these pins. These pins are broken anyway, so why should I care? And now I'm gonna just pull them all off like that. Super easy peasy. Now I'm using my tweezers. I've just pulled the rest of it off, make sure it's all clean. And as you can see here, I accidentally damaged the board. I actually ruined one of the anchor points, so I had to make sure it turned on. And lo and behold, it still did. I don't know how it still turned on, but, you know, I'm not here to question the grace of the motherboard gods. So, and a big point of putting a new port on is we want to make sure it's lined up. And so, the best thing I recommend is using a very strong adhesive tape just to hold it in place and make sure it's lined up. You also can use another board as reference. I highly recommend that. So now we're going to put these pins back on. This is probably one of the easiest parts in my opinion, is putting the pins back on. but you just want to make sure that you're not bridging any of the pins so there's no solder in between them, and they're sealed onto the board pretty snug and tight. And you can do that by using tweezers, a dental pick to test that, but if they wiggle at all, they're not on correctly. We just need to go over them again. If you do end up bridging it, it's super easy to fix. You just run it over with a clean solder tip, and it will suck that excess solder right there. It's not that difficult, and it's not that hard. Like I said, this is probably the easiest part. But because unfortunately we broke that anchor point, I'm going to have to glue that later with just regular super glue. And I'm making sure to put lots and lots of solder on these other anchors. More because the other one is weak because there is missing an anchor. Now I'm going to clean up the board with isopropyl alcohol. Make sure this is all nice and tidy for our new home and test. So now we're going to finally test this board, see how it goes. Hopefully it works correctly. And we're going to put our Animal Crossing in. And lo and behold, it works. And that is how you do a game port repair. Please subscribe if you want to see me work on an iPhone 6 in the future and a special edition DS Lite